This is MereChristianLogic, and against better judgment, I'm going to become involved now with the marital issue of homosexual marriage and heterosexual marriage, one that I will just call the problem of marriage. Now, I'm getting involved in this because I believe I have a solution to offer to both parties. As someone who is a theist, furthermore a Christian theist, someone who believes that the doctrines in the scriptures are true and are to be adhered by, I'm offering a solution that I think that if you look at it at face value, there might be some glitches along the way, but I think that this is a satisfying solution to both the secular and the sacred people involved. What we have is the problem of marriage, and some people are asking for a redefinition of marriage, one that is purely secular. Some people are saying that we should stick to our purely sacred definitions and deny the quote-unquote rights for purely secular people to be what is called married. Well, my solution is quite simple. It's broad. It's not very specific. It's a blitzkrieg approach to the whole problem, and I think that it offers a substantial solution. And my offered solution to the problem is what I would call marital nihilism. Now, what do I mean by marital nihilism? What I am saying is let's render the definition of the civil recognition of marriage at any level pointless. What am I calling for on this? I'm calling for governments to quit recognizing relationships between humans whatsoever. I am calling for governments to quit recognizing that men and women are married. I'm calling for the acquittal of man-to-man relationships. I am calling for the acquittal of woman-to-woman relationships. I am to saying that governments should not define any relationships whatsoever. And by not having any definition of what a proper relationship is, there is to be no benefit granted to any individual or any group of peoples that are particularly married in any fashion. So then what we have is two people deciding they're going to live in the same house. If the Christian wants to be proper with the scripture, then they can be married in a church, and they will be recognized by the church as married, and their commitments are between the two people involved and the particular God of their beliefs. For instance, my wife and I are committed to each other beyond legal obligations. We are bound to each other by the promises that we made to each other as honorable people, and also the promises that we made before our God. And so, therefore, we've been happily married and committed to each other for many, many years now. So what I'm offering to everybody is an opportunity to just be personally responsible. No more divorce laws, no more marriage laws, no more tax breaks for being married, no more taxing people for being married. There will be no recognition of marriage whatsoever except for the individuals that are involved. If you want to walk out of your relationship, you'll have no legal obligation to anybody at any time. If you want to stay, then you're not legally bound to stay. There will be no legal issues involved whatsoever. It will be an issue of personal responsibility. Personal responsibility, what I'm arguing here, is a very extreme form of liberalism and trying to render the conversation pointless. If you want to be involved in a homosexual relationship, then it is no more recognized by the state than a heterosexual relationship, or a heterosexual relationship is no more recognized by the state than a homosexual relationship. But what this does eliminate is people's arguments that Christians have to accept that the scriptures are wrong concerning homosexuality. Legality does not dictate morality. Morality oftentimes does dictate legality. Abortion is illegal, but I would argue that it is grotesquely immoral. There are a lot of things that are immoral that are legal, one of them being heterosexual divorce. It is immoral, but yet it is legal and people practice it egregiously. So here's my solution. Get rid of marriage altogether. It will be strictly a religious right that offers you no civil benefit. If you want to be two secular peoples, if you are atheist or agnostic, then you can be joined together in some sort of godless fashion and be recognized by nothing and have no obligation to each other except for what you're personally committed to do. And I think that if you think about this and expand on it, this may be the best solution for all sides. There is no recognition except for religious and personal recognitions. No states. Get the government out completely.